Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. I actually wanted to pop on here. If you are not on my email list, then this might be new information for you. But for those of you that you are on my email list, this is going to be a little bit more of a deep dive into what we talked about in email yesterday. So I wanted to talk to you today about how what we eat actually influences our mood. So last week we got to talk with Stephanie Singh about gut health and how that influences our mood. And one of the things that she mentioned was actually that when our gut is not healthy, it prevents the absorption of nutrients that we need to provide the building blocks to a healthy mood. So I'm going to dive into that a little bit because a lot of the women that I talk to, and I was this person as well, so this is not at all coming from a place of judgment or criticism or shame or anything like that. But a lot of the women that I talk to feel very frustrated, and rightfully so, because they're eating clean. They are, they're eating organic foods even. They are eating, a wide range of foods. They rarely eat out. They're not hardly eating any sugar. And they're still having mood swings. And that's because if you think about your internal environment like a well, and sometimes wells get rocks in them and debris and stuff like that. And so it makes it hard to pump the water in the well, and the water that does come out is not healthy. Maybe it's rusty, or there's bacteria in it, or it just doesn't flow well because there's this obstacle standing in the way. So if we think of our moods as a red flag that something is wrong. So I don't know if you're watching this, if you have heard that your hormones are your fifth vital sign. So they are an indication of what's going on in your internal environment. And so when I see somebody who has mood swings, I'm automatically thinking, depending on kind of where their symptoms fit and the relationship between their symptoms and maybe some other symptoms that they're having, that there's something going on with that gut-brain connection. And that is because obviously gut health impacts our mood, but more importantly, what we eat actually sends chemical messages to our gut, to our neurotransmitters, to our hormones to behave a certain way. And so when we're having mood swings, that again is a very good indicator that our body is missing the specific building blocks that it needs to actually thrive and to actually produce serotonin and dopamine and melatonin and all of those other hormones that your body requires in order to function optimally throughout all times of the month. And so this is why in the Happy Hormones program, we go beyond just we don't even really focus on eating clean, because most of the women that are in the program are eating clean to a certain degree. We've also found that it's not necessary to have a super restrictive diet in order to have a balanced mood. And so what we have found is that when we begin to heal the gut, and that gut begins to, the lining begins to heal and inflammation begins to go down, and your body is now making those happy mood chemicals like serotonin, dopamine, and melatonin, and a whole bunch of other hormones, then we can actually begin focusing on nourishing your hormones through targeted nutrients. That means that instead of focusing on a super restrictive diet or eating super clean or what have you, when we focus on what foods that you need at a specific phase of healing to nourish your body and provide those building blocks that you need, you're no longer second guessing what foods to focus on. You no longer are, 3 days before your cycle wondering why you flew into a rage, or why you just feel super low and moody and depressed or snappy or irritable or struggling with sleep, because you know exactly what to focus on to help nourish that phase of the healing process. So if that's you and you're tired of trying to guess what food should I focus on, and do I need to do keto, or do I need to do intermittent fasting, or do I have to eat paleo, or whatever, then send me a message or book a breakthrough call. I'm going to drop it in the comments below so that we can figure out what your next best steps are, because we don't want you second guessing or really trying to guess and put the pieces of this puzzle together yourself. That is what I'm here for, to help you put those pieces together and really know what you should be focusing on as your next steps moving forward. So if that's you, I want to invite you to book a breakthrough call. We do have a few calls available left this month. And I would love for you to take the opportunity to schedule one of those. If you are just like, this relates to me so much and I have totally done all these things, then just drop "that's me" below, because I guarantee you that you are not the only one in this space that has been feeling that way. So I hope that this video helped put some of those pieces together. Hope you all are having a great Tuesday, and I will talk to you soon.